Okay, hello, greetings and welcome. This is a very simple exercise. We vital breathe into the ball and we concentrate the energy primarily in the hands. We want to build what we call hand energy. Breathe in, breathe out and condense into the hands. So on the out breath, you push everything into the hands. In breath, you can fill the body like a balloon or just breathe into the space, whichever you're more comfortable with. It doesn't actually matter too much. As long as the out breath, condense, stretch the fingers and fill the hands with energy. We do this for about 9 breaths. Okay, so you should be at about 9 breaths by now, and if you've been getting the stretch in your hands right, there should be a feeling of fullness in your hands. So now what I want you to do is get a pad of some type, and might be something like this, and just a piece of padding. You might have an palm bag. You might have a punching bag you just drop on the ledge. You can use a very stable table to put the bag on if you wanted, but that might be a bit noisy. So let's say I've got a platform right here and I put my pad on top, and it's at about navel height. So what I want to do is have my hand on the pad and feel the pad's connection to the ground. I want to press down and feel the ground underneath the pad. And you can do this standing up or sitting down. And then I want you to expand your core. Lift the energy up and inflate the body like a balloon. And as you breathe in, just inflate. So you bring your hand up to about shoulder height. And from there, you drop the hip and drop the stretch in the spine and let your hand drop. Now as you drop your hand, there's a dead weighted sink in your hand, and you shoot through the pad, through the log or the table or whatever you're hitting, and shoot straight into the ground like you're running a sledgehammer through the pad, through the log, into the earth, and run the energy down. Now initially, when you do your first hit, you can go, oh, that hurts a little bit. You know, your body weight is quite substantial, and you can put a lot of mass into that. So then you're going to fill the energy up, do the other hand. Now look at the comfort of your hand. The energy you put in, those 9 breaths, are your hands comfortable? Then do it again. And from here, as we drop onto the back side of the hand, and you sink and connect your body weight onto the pad. Now this would be on the table or wherever. And we do these first 2 hits. Now these first two hits, you do as many vital breaths between each hit as you need to dissipate the tenderness. So every time you hit, you're going to have this sting, this slap, this ouch, this ooh, that hurt type feeling, because your whole body weight's hitting. As you have to stop when you have that feeling, vital breathe into your hands until that feeling dissipates. Put the stretch back, put the blood in, pull the fingers open, push the fingers open before you do your next repetition. The idea here isn't just to smash your hands. What the idea is to put pressure on your hand, get a compression through the facial web of your hand and stimulate the feeling of energy. Now, once you've done a few sets of this, some interesting things are going to happen. Your hands are going to be red, and it's going to be tingling. Now you vital breathe. Now as you vital breathe, guess what happens? You're going to feel more. And why? Because you stimulated your hands. You transferred your body weight through it, you slapped onto the pad, you got this stinging, slapping force running across your hands, and the weight is traveling through that. And there's all these nerves in your hands that you didn't realize you had before. It's like, oh wow, this is what's going on. And each time you go through the vital breathing process, oh, I can feel more. My hands are more alive. So you're waking your hands up. You're not deadening them. Very big difference. People go whack, 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 and they're hitting the arm palm pad and giving it all their best and going, yeah, I can punch like a truck. They're killing their hands. That's not the objective. The objective is to make your hands alive, to feel more, to go, oh, this feels really, really good. And I can testify. I was very, very silly when I was young, and I was smashing the pad and breaking big stacks of concrete. And guess what? I got arthritis in my hands now from doing the wrong thing. I was focusing more on the kinetic transfer of force through my hand to break big stacks of concrete rather than waking my hands up. Now, the more you feel in your hands, the more efficiently you can deliver those kinetic waves of energy when you hit a target and send them where you want. But I had a dead hand, I just smashed and ran the energy through. Not a good idea, not if you want to be arthritis free when you get old. So in recent years, my hands have been getting better and better. And I was a teenager when I did this and got arthritis when I was still a teenager. So there's a sensitivity to it. If I do the right thing, it disappears. If I do the wrong thing, ooh, it starts to come back. So don't go there. Don't allow that to happen to yourself. When you hit the pad, you're waking your hand up. You transfer your weight to get that slap effect. You go, oh, okay, now I'm waking all these nerves up. Vital breathe, oh, I can feel more. That's a good thing. And then do it with the other hand. You'll get a conditioning type of effect in your hand that as your hand wakes up, it gets stronger. So the balancing act here is a living, alive hand that is getting stronger, not a deadening of your hand. If you're starting to damage your nerves from hitting harder and harder and you're feeling less, obviously that's not the path you want. So you have to balance the living feeling of the hands and the hand energy with the conditioning and strengthening of your ability to conduct energy through your hands. Now obviously that conduction is only relevant if you're a martial artist. If you're trained to hit like a truck, you've got to condition the weapon that you hit with, the fist, the phoenix eye, the tip, the Bill G strike. You have to be able to conduct that force through the weapon, through the hand. And in doing so, the safest, most efficient way to develop this iron palm force is to enliven the hand and never hit any harder than the liveliness of your hand will feel good about. Now trust me, you'll be able to hit like a truck, and you'll be able to feel, and you'll be alive, and you'll be, wow, my hands are super sensitive. So as you train this, make sure that you find the balance. What is the balance between sensitivity and power? And always put sensitivity first and power second, and you'll develop internal power. If your hands deaden, then the power will gravitate towards physical brute type force and move away from internal, and you won't even know it. Why? Because your mind will be in the wrong place. You won't be feeling the qualities that you need to feel as you train. This will also affect other areas. Your hands are the most sensitive part of your body. This is what we feel with. So you want to be enlivening and amplifying feeling in your hands while you do this training. That's the objective. The power development and conditioning is a side effect. If you keep the primary thing, wake the hands up, then you get benefit for life. And when you grow old, your hands will be alive, awake, and you'll have a high quality experience. Thank you for your time, and see you in the next video.